Hello, and welcome back, everybody. As you can see, I've done a little bit of stuff. Nothing too crazy, though. Basically, I have some Caterium coming in, right? And basically, we're getting that in here to produce some Caterium ingots, okay? I'm pulling that guy from, like, all the way down here. So, yeah, not the easiest, right? And this kind of got me thinking a little bit. All right, there's all of our ingots, good, and we're making quick wire. Beautiful. We're already backed up. We got so much quick wire, it's not even funny. That quick wire with our excess plastic, or our plastic production, remember, it should only be overflowing, right? So we got this long belt of plastic, which is good. That's really, really good. But as you recall, this should only be overflowing into the sink, right? So only overflow-based stuff will be going into the sink, which is good. So our primary plastic is going to go into our storage center there. And then, actually, no. So this is overflow as well. So this isn't the primary plastic, I guess. This is all overflow plastic. But this is backlogged anyways. I don't think this is a concern. It should all be going overflow. So it technically is our primary. Anyways, long story short, we have plastic coming over. And I set up a couple of assemblers to basically get ourselves some of the Caterium circuit boards, right? That's an alternate recipe that I have, and it's a very good one to say the least. So that's nice to see. We're getting some circuit boards. Great. Here is where I'm probably going to throw down a computer, but I'm also kind of like realizing a couple of things. I'm struggling, to say the least, because now I'd need to get copper, to get cable, to get the computer over here. Because the computer requires plastic, circuit boards, and cables. So I'm trying to think, like, man, I'm making cables over there, right? Like, do I bring them out here all the way with a conveyor belt? Or do I just find, like, where's the nearest copper? And I just make a new thing. You know what I mean? Oh, boy. That's not good. All the way over there. 590 meters. Right? Like, maybe that's just... Or... Well, is there one down by the Caterium? Yeah, maybe we can grab that one on the way by the Caterium. But yeah, just kind of like that thought process of, okay, do we now bring copper in here? And, you know, we do this, and we set up a little copper cable production kind of facility. I think I only need, like, I don't know. I don't even know how many, like 300 or something like that. There's a few. It's a few. But, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just trying to think... What's the best strategy here? Because I built that massive steel factory, and same kind of thing. That's where I'm going to make my heavy machine frames. Well, what if I need heavy machine frames other places? Right? How am I getting them around? Am I just manually doing it for right now? Are we waiting till we get trains set up? Maybe we need to set up some trains? I don't know. For those of you that have been playing Satisfactory for a while, how do you do it? Let me know down in the comments. I would greatly appreciate it. Greatly appreciate it. Because, yeah, it's one of those little interesting details. So I think there's like a copper along the way here. See, here's the Caterium. Like right there? Right there? Somewhere over there? Yeah. Okay. But yeah, see all the Caterium just still coming. Or maybe it's like over here. I don't know. Whatever. But that's definitely the part that I'm kind of sitting here going, okay, the logistics of it all is giving me a bit of a head. It's hurting my head, to be honest. We're having some brain injuries over here. All right, so far so good on most stuff. We're up to like 19 gigawatts of power, which seems like a lot, but I'm sure it's not. Somebody will be like, it's not. But it's better than what we had. Okay? The other thing as of note, if you notice, we did remodel a little bit. I moved some of my hyper tubes around. That one's the one that goes out to the steel. I moved the space elevator as a whole, giving us a lot more room. I moved the hub, the crafting, the MAM, all that type of stuff. I redid all of this space as well, just to make it a little bit cleaner, along with the blueprints, right? So kind of just did a lot of fine-tuning for... Then I'm sitting here going, why am I doing this? Right? Because how am I going to get my cables all the way over there? And am I even producing enough cables? Probably not, right? I think I'm only, like, this one thing is moving super slow on an MK1, making 30 per minute. That's not going to be enough cable, right? I already know that. So, little tiny details like that that I'm kind of sitting here going, okay, we really either have to ramp up production. Oops, I don't need all that Caterium. Or we need to kind of fine-tune something here because, yeah, it's not going to be a long-term solution, basically. All right, I did set up a little bit of a storage situation for personal storage. As you can see, I threw down 3 boxes. This is my bio box. This is my ores and aliens, and this one has nothing at the moment. The Fix-It specials, we could probably print off our tickets, and actually, you know what? Like, we could totally just print off our tickets, can't we? Because now I can sync them. Do we actually need power to this before we can print? Apparently. All right, print coupons. 163. That's the first time I've printed out coupons. Isn't that great? And we got 163 of them. That is crazy. And I believe I can just drop them in like so. Cool. Awesome. All right. Let's pull some of that out and take a look at our shop, right? First of all, I need to get the very important part. The equipment. It's the coffee cup. Indeed. We're going to add that one to the cart. Why not? All things considered as well, like, I believe the hardest thing to get is like 1,000, the golden nut. The first 1,000 tickets are obviously the cheapest. But I wouldn't mind buying everything. So, I'm kind of thinking I'll buy like minimal amounts of things, and then we'll work to get the golden nut, right? Like all the boombox tapes, they're cool. I want to get the boombox as well, but I'm doing videos. It's not that important, right? In terms of like management, some of this is pretty good. You know, the floor stuff is good. In terms of walls, right? Getting the conveyor walls, kind of big deals, right? And same thing with the foundations, right? Getting like an inverted corner or a corner ramp would be kind of nice as well. Even the quarter pipes basically would be pretty darn awesome for design of our platforms, but not detrimental. Now the coffee cup, that's a good one.
Official Fix-It coffee cup unlocked. Do not purchase unauthorized Fix-It coffee cups. They have been known to explode and attract wasps. Unauthorized Fix-It coffee cups lower your attractiveness to your preferred gender and/or your sense of well-being if you have no gender attraction or preference. Official Fix-It products can be licensed for your use from official Awesome Shop installations only. Come to the best shop on the planet for the best deals on all official Fix-It supplies, guaranteed.
There we go. All right, we got the coffee cup. Beauty. I love it. That's a staple that's staying in the hand now. All right, anyways, let's drop the rest of our tickets in there, and let's get to work. So my goal here... Oh, actually, yeah, our goal is to get industrial manufacturing. We have everything we need. Let's launch it, and let's get it.
Milestone reached. Manufacturers can receive up to 4 inputs for the production of complex parts, such as computers and heavy modular frames, but most importantly the 2 new project parts. The modular engine and adaptive control unit are essential for the development of Phase 3 of project assembly. You are making good progress. The future is starting to look bright.
Why, thank you, Ada. Thank you very much. All right. Now, one of the things I want to just kind of figure this guy out. So, the manufacturer as a whole has up to 4 inputs. Holy cow. All right. And it's so big. Sometimes it's like hard to see. You know what I mean? I'm actually just going to hold it there. Let's see. Yeah, and of course, is that lined up? No, of course not. Of course it wouldn't be lined up. All right, let's just kind of blast this out a little bit here accordingly, okay? So, the manufacturer is a massive machine, to say the least. Now, we can do the SAM fluctuators. This is one of those ones that I wanted to build from the get-go, right, before that we weren't able to do. So, now we can launch in all of those items, and we can say, okay, power line, we're just going to blast you there. That's fine. We'll upgrade you as well. We'll connect you and connect you. Okay. Now our manufacturer is up and running, producing reanimated SAM. Sweet. Now I don't have to make it anymore. The other one is the heavy modular frame, and as we were just talking about, computers. Let alone the fact that I need adaptive wiring, I need circuit boards, I need heavy frames, and computers for the adaptive control unit. And for the engine, I need rubber, which is all the way over there. I need smart plating and motors. So the engine, I have all of the materials, but how am I getting rubber over here? Am I just going to do it manually for the 500? I mean, that's a possibility, right? We could just go like this and put this down like so and say, all right, boom, there we go. You are going to make modular engines. Excellent. And we need 500 of those. So let's just go over here. Let's grab a couple of motors. No big deal, right? What's to lose? We'll drop 50 of them in there, basically. We'll connect this thing to power. And you know what? We have rubber. Let's just grab some rubber. Boom. Done. There's some rubber for you. Right? Like, I could do this. There's nothing wrong with this at all. It's just, I don't think it's the most efficient way to do these things overall. So, yeah, how am I getting my rubber over here is probably the biggest question. But anyways, we'll start producing some things, because why the heck not, I guess. And in the meantime as well, I also would like to get this guy down. Like so. And this will go into that, like so. And that should be our reanimated SAM. Nice. Very good, very good. All right, do I have a Mercer? I do. Beautiful. Let's grab those, and let's get a dimensional on top. Like that. And now all of a sudden, we have all of our SAM products in the dimensional space. Beautiful. I love it. We already had some, but now it'll just be actually in there, right? Okay, good. So SAM fluctuators, done. Automated. Amazing. These guys, we're just going to slowly but surely, 1 per minute, make some modular engines. Maybe that's why it's not that big of a deal, right? Like, we could just literally manually do it, right? It might not be the worst strategy. So, all things considered, a couple of things to kind of consider or make ideas about, right, for us. Now, obviously, there's a lot to be considered with this, but if we just kind of throw this down a little bit further along, we'll throw back in the modular engines. We'll throw back in the motors and the rubber. Okay, good. Good enough anyways. And we'll throw back on the power to it. Excellent. I can basically kind of just set this up with a little bit of a storage situation, right? Is that even going to line up? I don't know. Whatever. Not a big deal, right? And then from there we go, okay, boom. Boom. And you can go there. Excellent. Okay, cool. I might just do this for right now and wait for all yours help on the old where am I going with what? How am I moving things around conversation. Over here at the steel factory, I also made a minor improvement. So as you can see, I've added some sinks, right? And that's why we got so many coupons for all of our excess materials. So they're all smart split, right, off of our inputs. So the primary is still obviously our storage facilities, but any overflow at the end of the day is heading on into these sinks. I think this is a really good strategy to start thinking about the sinks early on here, when, you know, we're still a long ways away from, you know, 1,000 coupons or whatever, but, you know, I think it's a good idea either way. All right, so the manufacturer is a lot bigger than I thought it would be, so I don't think I can quite fit it here at this time. Where can I fit it? I do not know, because I don't think you can break these guys. So let's see. That might actually be okay. We might be good. All right. So if we throw that guy down, say right there. Beautiful. Beautiful. All right, we got our heavy frames, or our frames coming out this way, right? All right, let's get this done somewhat correct. Okay, good. I would like to kind of bring this in. Not tight. I wish you could do like a loose straight versus a tight straight versus, you know, like all that kind of stuff. All right, but anyways, our whole goal with this plant was to make some heavy modular frames. So we'll have our modular frames. We're going to have our steel pipe coming in, encased, and screws. So it's kind of nice that I have more or less everything right here. So let's just remove this, and let's remove this. I need encased, not the steel beams. So let's just hold up all of this for the time being, right? Because I need some of these outputs, right? And I do want them to still be overflow, except for the screws. Oops. I guess I could have... Yeah, I could have left that, right? We'll just do that again. That's a smart splitter. So what we're going to do is we're going to center is overflow. Any undefined is right. Yeah. Okay, so our primary is going to be to the right. Overflow is going to be into our storage, right? Okay. So these beams are the only pain in the butt part here, because the rest is pretty straightforward. So what we want to do is, I think what I would like to do, same kind of thing here, right? So I'm going to change this now to be right is any, right? And center is overflow. I think I did any undefined. It won't matter, but we'll change that up. Okay. And same thing with the encased, right? So right output is going to be any. Center output is going to be our overflow. All right? Very good. Very... is that going to be good? I don't... You know what? I think that's okay. Yeah, this stays the same. I think that's okay. Because this is going to be our primary. We're going to have overflow... No, you know what? We're going to double overflow this. I think that's what we're going to do. So we're going to do any and overflow. We're going to switch these back, basically. The screws, we're going to leave the same, though. The screws are the same. All right, so we're going to overflow and any. Okay? Because our storages are full, I'll have to see how it works, basically, is the way I'm kind of thinking in my head. All right? Okay. So, we have, like, MK3s on this, apparently. So, we need this guy to head on into, let's see. It's a little bit awkward. So, screws were going in there. But most of the screws are now going to be coming directly into this machine. And then some overflow will catch them accordingly, right? Okay. So let's just figure this one out. But that's not lined up right. Okay. So smart splitter, I'm missing an AI limiter anyways. But, yeah, that's not what I want. Okay. I'm going to have to craft up some AI limiters. Alrighty, well, it's not perfect, but it's going to have to do. Oh, power. Yeah, that old chestnut. Alright, let's run a little old cable this away, and we'll just run it all the way to the edge. Beauty. Okay. Excellent. So now we should be loading up all the stuff. Screws are honestly probably the biggest issue in this whole endeavor. At 100 or 240 per minute. Dang. That's a lot. I don't think it'll be a concern. Our MK3s can do it. It's just a matter of catching up. Right? So once it goes here. Go. Beautiful. We are constructing a heavy modular frame. It takes about 30 seconds per craft, but ideally we should have another 120 coming through because I think that should be fine. Yeah, we're going to be fine. No big deal. Right? Because we should get 270. I'm watching you. We should be getting 270. We got 250. But we're fine either way. As long as we're at 100% here. That's the main goal here, all right? So anyways, heavy modular frame. Beautiful. We are getting them. That is amazing. I did a little bit of a better job with the storage setup for some of the other stuff, okay? But, yeah. Anyways, there we go. Heavy modular frame, get, all right? Now, from here... Oh, I forgot to do something. I was going to overflow the overflows, right? Oh, boy. All right. Well, I got to redo that. Okay, a little bit cleaner. Everything's connected and working more or less as intended. As you can see, there's not much for screws for overflow, which is to be expected. But there will be some pipes. There will be some encased beams for sure. Anyways, it's still a little janky. It is what it is. All right. I'm not going to be that upset. I wish I could rotate the manufacturer. Blah, 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 blah. Either way, we are producing heavy modular frames. I'm just going to boost the screws because, well, I can while I'm here. Right. All right. Very good. Very good. Awesome, actually. Absolutely amazing. Can I just, like... I can't just input them? Dang. Alright, that's fine. It is what it is. We'll use them. Alright, cool. So we're making the heavy modular frames. We're already up to 12. Not too bad. That's good. And we are humming along pretty darn nicely, I'm not going to lie. So, we'll see. Everything should be perfect and set to overflow mode kind of the way it was before, but just a little bit different than what I had. And we kind of have like a double overflow system because this is like the overflow of the pipes into like an overflow and the primary, right? So it's kind of unique in that regard. Anyways, without further ado, I think that's it for our heavy machine frame. I may want to actually, now that we're here, let's do it upright, right? Let's just throw this guy on there. Very nice. And let's throw that guy on there. Excuse me? Hello? All right, good. So that way we have all of our heavy frames in our setup here, right? I think I might have had some already somewhere in here. Yeah, there we go. There they are right there. Okay, good. So it's not producing a lot. It's not producing a ton. But I've been on this game for 12 hours today. We'll get there. No, I feel like, kind of like at the beginning when I finished Phase 2, I feel like I'm just kind of piecemealing things again, and that's kind of my concern, right? We have all of this stuff that we need to get done, and these more complex crafts, but I have resources in multiple different areas. So, do I just finally say, okay, now's the time to build base number 1? Or do I switch that up even? I don't know. That's the part I'm struggling with. You guys let me know. Maybe I can bring everything in here and produce it accordingly. I don't know. That'd be a lot of conveyors to run, though. All right, beautiful people. We are back in action. We got some circuits going, right? We're doing good. No issues. Lovely, lovely. The Caterium, all that kind of stuff. I just decided, you know what? Let's convey over. We got iron, and copper from, I don't know, like over here-ish somewhere. Yeah, that direction. Sip of coffee. You can see it coming down. Anyways, so that goes into here, into the foundries, to get us that alternate for the copper alloy ingot recipe. I made too many, simply put. So, only the ones pretty much operating, I believe. This is pumping out 100 per minute. These guys are consuming 37.5, 37.5, and 37.5. Actually, I mean, we could... We should probably tie in another one of these, eh? Alright, let's just find a way to do this. How do I want to do this? We gotta merge. Sure, right there. And we'll merge like that. Beautiful. There we go. Maxed out. Perfect. Amazing. Alright, this one's pretty much non-operational. Not a big deal. Sip of coffee. From there, I got my copper wire coming in to make our cables. One of these is enough at 32, just a small little overclock. Boom, supplying our manufacturer. The rest, I'm just sinking. Simple as that. It is what it is. Also from there, we got our plastic coming from our overflow over there, running into the manufacturer, and the circuit boards, right? So... And then I also have a smart splitter for overflow to go to the right. All right, so there we go. We're making computers. I'm making about 4 per minute. That seems to work out okay. And I'm good with that. So, what does that mean? What are we doing? So the computers are coming out, going into here. Perfect. Storage. Love it. Love it. And then eventually, that goes to dimensional. But I also have computers coming out, going into this manufacturer. I have those overflow of the circuit boards right here that are going into that manufacturer as well. Now, I do also want to set up another overflow to go into our circuit board storage. But for right now, we'll leave it for the second. I definitely do not want that. I don't need that. I was doing some other stuff too. Don't worry about it. I don't need that. Perfect. Nailed it. Can I, like, upload that? That'd be great. Might as well upload those. Beautiful. Okay. Good enough. Cleaned up a little bit. So yeah, I also want to overflow this line into our storage here for the circuit boards. But for right now, we're okay. Okay. Over here, I have the adaptive control units being made. Okay, as you can see, it's working. How did I do it? Well, I set up computers, circuit boards, and I manually brought in the other stuff. So, automated wiring, which we are building back at our main base, and I deposit it. Luckily, it's only one frame per one controller, so that was like one load of heavy modular frames. No big deal. These guys are a little bit harder. The computers were also good on. At this point in time, we're at 24. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. This is what I was kind of cleaning up and fixing. I kept running into, and you guys saw it, the problem with my empty canisters with the final segment there. and I was having some power related problems because of it, etc. Like bigger fluctuations that shouldn't have been there. And I'm still kind of seeing that, so I'm still playing with it a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, going the canister route is great, but I am starting to like hate the micromanagement that I have to do with it. As you can see, the final ones there on this line are problematic, right? We see some flashing reds every once in a while. See right there? They're not getting enough fuel, okay? And this whole line, so we're like at 1, we're at like 1, right? This whole line should be supplying enough fuel, but something is stopping it from being able to do so. So that's my current problem, and that's the very final sector over there that I'm still trying to like fine-tune a little bit, right? We are still, it's this tube here, the top one. I tried powered lift to be like, is that what's doing it? But I even put in valves so that we don't have flow going the other way, right? But these ones here, right, that should be producing 60. That should be producing 60. 60. And 60, right? So, what is that? That's 120. 240. And then as we get into this sector here, we should have 50. That should be 50, so that's 100. Then we should have 50 and 50, which is 200. Which, you know what? Let's just, like, slow these down for a bit. Maybe we need to, like, let the fluid pump kind of, like, fill up. You know what I mean? Let's balance that out a little bit. And then these guys were 20, right? So we should be seeing... I kind of want to fill them all up with fuel here and see how long that takes. And maybe it's just like a fluid dynamic issue more so. But I'm going to play around with this a little bit, and hopefully that solves the problem of our power fluctuations. Again, not a big deal, but because we have an abundance of power at the moment, but all things considered, it is something I want to address and fix before I carry on. And I might as well sip on my cup of coffee. All right, back home with some turn-in potential. Let's go. Boom, boom. Adaptive control units done. I sip the coffee. That's a coffee move right there. And we also got the Pipeline Engineering MK2 ready to go. That's beautiful as well.
Milestone reached. Pipelines and pipeline pumps can now be upgraded to Mark II. They are like Mark I, but better. Pipes seem to be objects of fascination to humans. In fact, there are recorded instances of humans doing nothing but thinking about pipes for hours.
That's funny. All right, I have summer slooped this and boosted it as well, just to kind of get the modular engines a little bit quicker. I think we have like 125 out of the 500 that we actually require overall, so we're just going to let that bake a little bit. I think we will go ahead with the monorail train technology. I think I can pull that one off decently here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 motors, right? The steel stuff. So 1, 2, 1, 2. That's good. And then the encased, right? 1, 2. Again, not ideal, but we'll let the stuff replenish. We gotta wait for the item to come down anyways. I think today we should be able to complete Phase 3, which is pretty cool, in my opinion. Why is this broken? No power. No power, hey? There. Have power. Not that you were doing anything anyways. But yeah, all things considered, our cable production over here is abysmal. We are 100% out. Not a big deal, but, you know, it's a thing. It's a thing. Our copper wire also not that great. I could pull some more copper wires from down here, though, if we wanted to. I think we still get quite a few. Yeah, we have a lot, to say the least. So I could try to split that and make some more cables. It's a little awkward to split because it's literally right in the middle. Can I pull from here, maybe? I can pull from somewhere, I think. Let's see. If I go like you, can I get this in somehow? Yeah, that'll be fine, right? And then we go right output, overflow, and we'll just build a constructor right here. Boom, like this. Excellent. Amazing. Let's actually bump this out a little bit, because we'll probably build another one right beside it. Let's do that. Zoop. Zoop-a-loop. Alright, zoop that. Good. Let's build a couple of these. Excellent. Let's go with a splitter. Boom. Like so. Is that right? Nope, like so. There we go. I had to find it. And then like so. And then boom. We'll throw that into there. That into there. That into... I messed that one up. I messed it up. Alright. Yeah, I did. Boom. Like so. There we go. Split that. I don't even care that much about the straightness. Really? Oh boy. Alright, we got that at least bolstered a little bit. That should improve our automated wiring situation quite drastically. Oh, let's get ourselves some more of the items. 1, 2, 1, 2. Beautiful. Getting that upload speed up a little bit more might be quite nice, to say the least. Alright, boom, boom, boom. Boom. And let's throw in those guys as well. And those guys there. And those guys there. Beautiful. I love it. So just a few more encased steel beams, which we should have pretty darn shortly here. How are we doing since I tweaked that? Yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. We got quite a few. Modular. So that's 50, 150, 200. 200 and something now. That's great. I love it. We are doing great. Our rubber is holding up. We'll probably need a few more motors in there, I would think. Let's grab a couple more of them and throw them in there. And I assume we'll probably need more rubber at some point as well. So let's just grab that. Instead of, like, doing what I'm supposed to, we're doing it this way. All right? Just don't complain. Okay? Just don't complain. It's fine. All right, let's see if we have enough of the encased ready to go. Not quite. We need about 485. In the meantime, though, I think I scanned a hard drive. Indeed. What do we got here? We got coated iron canister. No. I guess it doesn't use plastic. That could actually be really good. Or iron wire. I don't think that I really need either of those at the moment. So I'm going to do a rescan on that one. Boom. Silicone circuit board and heavy encased frame. That could be good. I'm not too sure. Let me do some reading. Yeah, just as I assumed, this heavy encased frame is amazing, to say the least. I think, you know, we're still using the pipes, we're still using the modular frames and the encased beams, right? But the concrete is interesting. So instead of screws, so no longer do you need screws for this at all, you just need more concrete. And it manufactures more. Yeah, that's a good one. I'm going to take that for sure. We'll start scanning up another one as well. Speaking of encased industrial beams, let's get this one done as well. All right, beautiful. Launch it.
Milestone reached. Trains are excellent for efficiently moving vast quantities of parts. Train logistics can be made more precise and complex with tools found in the railway signaling milestone. I listen to all my pioneers, often when they're not even aware of it. So due to popular demand, I have added a motivational message. Choo-choo mother...
I love it. I love it. All right. Very good. So trains. Trains are unlocked. I assume we're going to use them quite a bit, but I also assume they're a little bit expensive. I'll probably do the blueprint next tier. I think that'll be good. I'm going to have to rethink my heavy modular frame situation over there, because if I don't require screws, I'm pretty sure I can remove like half or more of that setup without any issue. I think, anyways. So, yeah. Are we out of... Oh my. We're actually out of it? We're using 60 per minute. What are you making? 30 per minute. Oh. Well. Go faster. There you go. 240 of you per minute, though, might be a problem. That's an MK2 belt. Let's upgrade that along the way. Boom. Upgrade you. Right? Boom. Upgrade you. That's already... Oh, I'm missing beams. Okay. MK4. Good. Upgrading. Upgrading's good. What are you doing? Because I need, what, 240 per minute now? You're doing 120. Double that. 240. Beauty. Alright. We got that. I just got to upgrade this last belt, which... Boom. And I think that's directly in, right? Yeah. Okay. Good. We're good now. No problem. No concerns. I'm actually curious about something. Hold on. If I do this, can I just ride this up? Oh my god, that is so powerful. That is ridiculously powerful for, like, these little caves. That's great. I love it. I love it. Don't have to worry about jetpacks or any of that. Good to know. Alright, hopefully, by the time you see me again, we will be making and producing all of our stuff faster and better, but more importantly, we'll be completing Phase 3 here very, very soon. It's time to launch. Let's go. More blueprints.
Milestone reached. The Blueprint Mark II improves upon the Mark I in every dimension, except for the metaphysical ones. This improvement was made available due to complaints from pioneers about other pioneers not being capable of managing their space efficiently. We listen to pioneers, always.
I love that. I love it. Placing this thing down, on the other hand, I do not love. Holy cow. That thing is huge. It is massive. How do I even... Is it just the one power pole? I think it's just the one power pole that's interacting, right? That's clipping, I think. We could nudge it. Okay, no, let's nudge it that way. Oh, God. Now it's red. Now it's red. What did we do? What did we do? Is it just because of the power pole? I think it's because of the power pole. Ah. Dang power poles, man. I tell you. Alright. Connect. Good. Was that even connected to anything? Oh my god. It wasn't even connected to anything, that power pole. Alright. Let's try to place this thing down again. This is really, really quite nice, actually, because this is going to be super key for future builds. There's a lot of things. We have no power. Maybe it was doing something. That's all connected. Isn't it? Why aren't we connected? That's all connected. Right? That's connected. That's not connected to that one. Okay. We good now? We're good again. All right, we're fine. We're fine. Anyways, a bigger blueprint means bigger space to blueprint more things, which is great, which I have to start utilizing a lot more than what we currently have been. All right, we also have a hard drive upgrade available to us, so let's go and take a look at that. What do we got? Fused quartz crystal and molded steel pipe. I don't think either of these are good, to be honest. I'm going to try to re-roll. Let's see. Pure iron ingot. Okay. I mean, that requires, like, water, right? Yeah. That's not really worth it. Steel canister. Again, these are pretty bad. Yeah, so I decided that those were both bad, basically. And I just left it as an available hard drive. Didn't even want to bother, really. All right. That's good. We'll put those items away. While I was waiting around, I did a little bit of, like, clearing out. There was, like, gas over there and stuff that I went and found a slug and, you know, things like that, right? But, yeah. Now we wait for the pod to return, and in the meantime, we are, I believe, still a long ways away. Yeah, 75 out of 250. So a ways to go still yet. Overall, but I think I did fix, for the most part, the power. I'm much happier with this flat-ish line. It does look like we're slightly underperforming in terms of our potential production, but, you know, I think that has to do with canisters and fuel load, but I'm pretty happy with, you know, 18.7, 18.4, somewhere around there. We're only using about 7,300 at the moment, so I'll take that for sure. I'm kind of interested in trying out that heavy, that new heavy frame over at our steel factory, but I might hold off at least for now. Let's get our last tier 6 selected here. So steel pipes, copper sheets, and computers. That should be easily done. Just like so. There's our 50 computers. The steel pipes, not a big deal at all. That one's really easy. And the copper sheets, I'm pretty sure I have 600. I just need 2 more stacks. And they're right over here. So we'll be able to just polish that one off quickly here as well, which is great. Boom and boom. There's our total for the turn-in. Awesome. I'll hang out. I'll probably send that. I don't think it's all that important. Well, it is, but it isn't. The railway signaling to kind of help us maneuver our trains around. All right, there we go. Modular engines. Let's go. Done and dusted. Let's seal up that Phase 3 container. Let's get it ready to go. Dun, dun, dun. Sealed up.
Welcome to the Project Assembly Pioneer Progress presentation. Congratulations, the Phase 3 project part shipment is finally ready for delivery. On delivery, Phase 3 will be completed and the main body will be constructed. You should know how this works by now. You'll get access to tiers 7 and 8 in the hub. In fact, perhaps you should just go look at the technologies there yourself. It's all laid out so that even a monkey could understand it, so you should have no issues. Speaking of which, I don't think you need a reminder about project parts. Instead, I will be providing some interesting facts. Did you know the average pioneer succeeds at saving the day? Did you know the average pioneer knows how to optimize pipe throughput? Did you know the average pioneer stays late at work because they care about humanity? Anyway, I thought you might want to know more about your peers. Good luck in Phase 4.
There we go. All right, let's launch it. Boom. Let's send it up. Let's see what we get. Good little coffee segment, right? Here we go. Phase 3 completed. I'm so excited. Let's zoom out. Perfect. Look at that. I love it. Oh, yeah. Minus these little lines, it's great. So good. All right, let's build this up. Let's build it. Oh, yeah, look at that. Good little space elevator. Love it. It's so good. All right, beauty. Is that her? Looks like her. Amazing. Let's save that photo. Phase 3 complete.
Phase 3 of project assembly completed. Fixit's predictions indicate pioneers should generally reach this point faster with above average results, but we should all adjust our expectations according to the situation. It is understandable. The pressure and complexity will only increase from here, so be sure to take on Phase 4 with efficiency and competence.
Sounds good. AKA, take your time. Yeah, the big thing in Tier 7 for sure is the hover pack, and we are going to get that pretty much right away here, I believe. I think I have enough aluminum. Oh, I'm just short. Okay. We might have to go find some aluminum here to get that thing done. But, yeah, we will definitely... that's 100% worth going and finding right away. All right. As for the motors and things like that, not a big deal. We are still producing 3, 4, 5. Okay, good. All right. Well, we got to get our aluminum. It's not aluminium. It's spelt aluminum. So let's throw in our motors, our computers, our heavy frames, and we're 8 away. All right. It might be time. I probably am going to go explore. What did we get? Flexible framework and iron pipe. The flexible framework might be good, but I don't know, to be honest. I don't think either one is something I need, so let's re-roll and hope. Solid steel. Ooh, heavy flexible frame I think is pretty good. Solid steel ingot maybe is good? No, because you'd have to make it into ingots first, whereas the foundry just does it with the ore. I think you get like one more, so it is technically better, but you have to add the smeltery, which means an additional step and building. But this one here, I think, is actually really good as well. But I already have the heavy encased frame, so maybe this one's not required either, really, for us. Yeah, the heavy flexible frame is a good one, but because I already have the better crafting, I think, in the heavy encased frame, I don't think it's much of a concern for us to go that route. And this guy here, like I said, 3 and 3 to make 3, like, it's not that big of a deal. I don't think that's worth the extra step. So I might just leave it, kind of like I've been leaving some of these other ones. You know, is wet concrete worth it now? Not quite yet, I don't think. We might do that one a little bit later. The steamed copper sheet, like, all of these are just not that great for what we need right now. So we'll just leave it. I'll probably scan another one because, well, I have them. But in the meantime, Phase 3 completed. That's great. I'm going to go exploring. I'm going to try to find some aluminum, which means I probably have to go to some high-level hard drive locations, aka probably somewhere out here or something, or maybe even like up in this area. But I'm going to try my best to find some aluminum so we can get ourselves the hover pack for the start of next episode. If you're watching this, slap that like button. Say hi. How's it going? And yeah, thank you all so much. What is going on down here? Are we like out of copper wire? Oh boy. Indeed. Indeed, indeed. All right. Well, you know, it's a thing. It's a thing. We should be getting quite a bit, though, right? Oh, we're running out up there, too. Dang. I really got to kind of clean some of this up. I'm debating just tearing down this entire area and redoing it better, right? Because we can, you know? Anyways, that's at least a debate in my head. Let me know your guys' thoughts. Thank you so much for watching. Greatly appreciate it. And we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.